So Black Emotional and Mental Health is called BEAM, B-E-A-M, Black Emotional and Mental Health. They have toolkits, education, like online things that you can do. They have videos. So again, BEAM, B-E-A-M, which stands for Black Emotional and Mental Health. So just check that out. You know, if you're curious about some stuff, you know, maybe I'm dealing with these symptoms, just to know that it's kind of facilitated and overseen by Pacola, we love you. You know, it kind of, you'll know that some of that stuff is more tailored towards the Black and brown community, you know, because a lot of these standardized screenings that they have, a lot of times they don't necessarily apply to some of the stuff we've gone through. You know, even they found that doing studies with just the different standardized tests, why they are biased, you know, to certain cultures and communities. So that's kind of why this is important. The next one is the therapy for Black girls. So if you have a daughter, if your spouse or your girlfriend, or if it's you, the women on here, you know, but for the men, if you have a daughter and you want to get her involved, where somebody she can talk to and stuff, it's called Therapy for Black Girls online. But it's encouraging mental health within the lines of Black women and girls. They make referrals in your community, right? So you can just type that in. Therapy for Black Girls. It's actually, you know, a website where you can go on there, get help with finding someone in your area. The Loveland Foundation, that's the financial assistance in the Black community. Again, Loveland, L-O-V-E, Loveland, L-A-N-D, Loveland Foundation. That's somewhere, you know, go online, you can see where they can actually provide financial assistance to some people, you know, who are dealing with mental health issues or financial issues. Therapy for Black men, another one, right? Google that. But therapists, it's a directory for Black men seeking therapy, resources, and it also has stories, guys. So if you're curious about how you're feeling, not too comfortable, boom, Google therapy for Black men. Something's gonna pop up and you can navigate that website, you know, don't be afraid. Dr. Ebony's My Therapy Cards, this is a way to kind of have conversations with your kids and like people in your family, you know, where you don't know, it's kind of guided. Some of the games that you can play with your kids where it kind of helps to open up conversation about things that aren't so comfortable. It's another resource. And then this one I like, InnoPsych, and that's spelled I-N-N-O, P-S-Y-C-H. So Inno, like internet, but Inno. Don't know, it's kind of guided. Some of the games that you can play with your kids where it kind of helps to open up conversation about things that aren't so comfortable. It's another resource. And then this one I like, InnoPsych, and that's spelled I-N-N-O, P-S-Y-C-H. So Inno, like internet, but Inno, like Inno, I-N-N-O, Psych. And basically that's, they're striving to change the face of healing and therapy in the Black community. So basically helping to start seeing those stories, like what I'm doing here, right? You're welcome, Raven. InnoPsych, J Music is N-O-P-S-P-H-S-C-H. I don't know if you're trying to be funny, saying like psych your mind, but InnoPsych, P-H. Is it P-H? You got me looking twice. P-S-Y-C-H, I'm sorry. P-S-Y-C-H. But, and then the last one, y'all, Safe Black Space. I said self. Safe. No, I was trying to figure. Yeah, J Music, psych was P-S. Eric. PSC, y'all. J Music, I love that though, because you know, growing up, perfect example though. J Music, perfect example. On a standardized test, a little kid who grew up in a Black community who ran around talking about psych your mama, psych your mind, psych your mind. We didn't know what psych stood for. We were spelling it like that, right? S-I-K-E, psych your mind meant psychology, psych, right? But bias means in the white community or communities where that was the norm, they heard about psychology. In the Black community, the kids are getting those questions wrong. Yes, Ebonics is. J Music, I told one of my funny stories in the very beginning when I started my Funny Friday stories. I talked about how when I was in the pageant in college at Florida State, I entered the Black and Gold pageant, which was for the alphas. And how about during my interview, they asked me what I thought about Ebonics, because it just kind of became a very hot topic. Man, I was so clueless up in there and I was talking so crazy. I was like, I think people should talk the way they want to talk. And then people were looking at me with blank stares on their face like, what is this chick talking about? I hadn't done my research yet. But y'all, Safe Black Space. It's an umbrella where various services are offered to address Black ancestry and individual community reactions to culture and racial trauma. So again, that's actually more related to what I talked about before, the trauma and the violence, the history of the black people, like this is somewhere you can go. It's a safe black space. So clearly, you know, people are trying to bring awareness, you guys, but there's still not enough. You know, there's still not enough awareness out there. We're still not talking about it enough. And so again, yes, safe place. Be here on this live to help me create this safe space, y'all. I love that you guys are hopping on here with me, because without y'all, this isn't happening. So I appreciate y'all. You know, I appreciate you guys wanting to be a part of this movement, because as we're slowly taking things, yes, 12-7. And you're gonna be the one to do it with your hoodies, right? Remember, what's your slogan again? I ain't write it down that day, but you know what I'm saying? Going out there and starting that dialogue. You know, like I said, being in a barber shop, like my brother and I talk about some of the conversations that he has with certain people in their barber. Yeah, Godfidence. Ooh, I love that one. I'm gonna steal it, by the way. Let me stop. But you guys, those conversations in the barber shop, don't be afraid to be that one that shuts it down when that disrespect starts and people bragging about certain things, or no, shut it down so those younger people can hear this is what. And I don't know, you know, I've been in barber shops where that's happened, not all the time. I think when I come in, when I used to go way back when Taz was younger, if his dad was out of town and it was their weekend, I would just take him to get his haircut. But I would hear things, you know, but my dad, I've talked to him about certain conversations that they have, but a lot of times, you guys, it just takes that one person starting that movement, starting that, setting it in motion. That's what I always call it. Set some things in motion so we could do things different. So yeah, if you want any of those resources, y'all, let me know. Again, I dropped a ton of statistics. And now we about to roll, I'm about to roll out. Like on 12-7, so I'm about to start saying, I got to go. Hey, is it, I don't even want to say that. Is it ball liquor? Ball liquor. Am I supposed to say it real fast? Oh, I bet you probably do that on purpose. Hey, G-Dub. Good morning, Pamela. Y'all come on in. Happy Monday.